Hey.
Hi.
Damn it. I lost the bet. How does she know every time? Like the little one especially. Like she definitely hears us and knows the cadence of when we're about to start this. And she ran in. So Mare and I made a bet before we hit play or record rather. And it was one of the dogs going to come in. And since it's an odd time for us to do this, and they're usually kind of this is their mid-afternoon nap time to go along with their morning nap and, afternoon proper nap and all the naps they take. And I thought that they would give us a little bit of time. Mare didn't agree.
Yeah. She came right in.
And she came right in. Yeah.
Immediately.
So, it's Mike and Mare.
Hi.
And Rhea.
And Rhea.
And we are I Don't Want to Watch That, the show where Mare and I make each other watch shit that we don't want to watch and then we wind up liking it.
Yep.
Or at least finding value in it, because I still won't admit that I like the Real Housewives.
I
just won't admit it. I won't say it out
loud. Which is stupid.
I know, it is stupid. But
just say you like it.
You've
said it before.
I know, I'm kidding. I like it.
Sucker.
I can find value in it that makes it enjoyable.
Fucking idiot.
But yeah, I don't want to watch that. That's the name of the show. The website is don'twannawatchthat.com. Don'twannawatchthat.com. And here's something. Mm-hmm. Since we chatted last, we've changed our Instagram and Twitter handles to be a little more consistent. And so I don't have to fucking hate that guy anymore.
We're letting it go.
Yes, we're going to let all that go. We, if you listen to our most recent New York episode, I think, I don't know if we posted that one.
Yeah, we did it.
Okay.
Look at you, jumping the gun.
I know. It's confusing now, though, because we have a little bit of stuff stocked up because we had some time.
They don't need to know.
Sorry.
Get on with it.
So, anyway, Twitter and Instagram are now at Don't Wanna Watch. That's it. And those are the words.
Yeah.
And there
See
are no
how much
numbers.
easier that is?
Yeah. Twitter and Instagram at Don't Wanna Watch. Website Don't Wanna Watch That. Adding the that.
.com, baby.
Yeah, adding the that would have made the Twitter and Instagram handles too long. I'm an explainer. I explain too much. A lot of times, I've actually been told to shut up.
Well, shut up.
Yeah. Okay, I will.
Let's move on.
You are lucky enough to be here for a Salt Lake City episode.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Fresh franchise jumped in, and it has been everything that we had hoped for and more.
It really has.
Yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic.
Very consistent. Each woman just...
They all have their own things, and they are
each
fantastic.
in their own ways bring me tremendous joy.
And as I've said before, I am here for the hypocrisy of religion all day, every day.
So you want to dive into the episode? Yeah,
because it is basically a continuation from the last one, because we're still at Whitney's flapper party.
Yeah.
In the dry state prohibition.
Oh, what episode
era.
is this? Is this
episode
season
4.
1, episode 4?
Yes.
Okay, Roaring Emotions.
Is that what the title is?
Yes.
Roaring Emotions?
Yes.
Because, oh boy, did they start to roar here.
No, get it? Because they're the Roaring 20s?
Yes,
and then...
no, I know that. I get it. It's a double entendre, yes.
You understand?
No, I hear you, yes. So we're back at this party. So if you remember last week, we left off, leaving this party, and it was pretty interesting. Because Jen showed up fucking hammered at this party.
Yes.
Ready to fucking go. And boy, did we start off with her ready, like in motion already.
Oh yeah, she's in blackout mode.
Absolutely.
Big time.
And they're all talking about it too, which is fucking great.
Yeah.
They all know.
Yeah.
And like,
whoa, the Jen Shah train is a coming.
Uh-oh.
Can't stop it. Don't run in front of it. Just
And
let it go.
It's almost like Ramona.
Oh yeah.
Because like we're at that part where Ramona seems to have a drinking problem in season 4.
Oh yeah, season 4.
And they're all talking about how you can tell by the third glass of Pinot which way it's gonna go. If it's gonna be good Ramona
That's
or
true.
bad Ramona.
That's
so
true.
Jen, I guess was on the she was on the bad Jen side tonight.
Yeah.
Because she was not happy that Meredith canceled the sleepover that they had planned.
Yeah. She was very, very upset.
Yeah.
And she grabs Meredith pretty immediately, right?
And lets her know.
Yeah, like, and tells her...
I mean, I don't think it's immediately in the party because we had...
Oh, boy.
Stop. Stop.
Let's get back to it.
So, yes. So she grabs her pretty immediately in the party. But I think it's the middle of the party because half the party happened in the last episode.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. But it happened... This is basically...
In the beginning of the episode.
Yeah. So she grabs Meredith, goes to the booth, and she is basically sauced up, yelling at her,
crying.
like, and it's kind of crazy because Meredith is so calm and cool during this entire fucking exchange.
Yeah, totally collected.
Absolutely keeps her cool during it, and she's even like disputing everything that.
Well, she's just like, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
At another time. Right now is not appropriate, and Jen just lets her have it.
Oh, absolutely, she does.
Yeah.
Jen doesn't seem to be one who cares about the venue for her airing of grievances. She did not give a fuck. She didn't care about the person that the beef was about.
Oh, yeah,
was like at the next table over, and she's yelling about her.
Well, Jen, the way Jen handles things a lot, it really just like reminds me of being in high school, like. Of just being a teenage kid and wanting that drama on the fucking playground or at the park
or at
lunchtime or the paddle, wherever. You want your shit out there because you want people to take sides. You want them to see the humiliation, like you humiliating that person.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with me, like that bravado. And
I would agree 1,000,000% with that if she wasn't a bottle of tequila deep at the time.
No, but they say this is what she does.
Yeah, but I mean, come out and do that as real you. You know, don't have fucking... It's almost more like, you know, when you're in high school and you first start drinking and that one kid who gets drunk and starts fights all the time. You know what I mean? Like, it's...
Oh.
Like, if it's a bravado thing, be that all the time. But if it's just a fucking beer balls thing,
or it's just
I have a little less respect for it
because
it's more bullyish. I think
it's a combo. I think it's immature. It's immature is really what I'm trying to say.
And I think it's really what it really boils down to is she wants to be the star of the show.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it is just fabricated with her.
I actually made a note of that.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to in a second, because I want to kind of break down a little bit. You know, how Meredith doesn't want to tell her the reason why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think that also adds to it a little bit. And she doesn't want to hurt Jen's feelings with how her kids feel. Because that is an awkward conversation. So to Jen, it's just like, it doesn't make fucking sense. You just... Okay, your kid's an adult.
And because but also she won't tell her the reason.
Oh, yeah, and the Mare
And then because Meredith went to the church with Mare.
Right, it just adds fuel to the fire.
She was like, she made almost like in Jed's head, it's like, she's picking Mare over me. Right. She canceled the sleepover for no reason the day after she hung out with Mare.
Right.
So that's, I think, what's in her head. And a bunch of tequila is in her brain. And I think, she gets into it later in the episode, but she's also a little lonely.
Yeah.
So she's got
she's got a lot of shit work out. Yeah, I mean, Meredith is just like, what the fuck? This woman is unhinged. Why can't she, save this for another time? Well, and she also, she thought they made up. What she saw was Mare and Jen made up. They were all good. Why is there still beef?
Exactly. And then that's what Jen, through tears, is still like, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I would back you 100%.
Yeah. Well, you're hanging out with the grandpa fucker?
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
Every time Mare went to the confessional, she was like, and she called me a grandpa MFer.
Oh,
I was like, oh, my God.
Well, when she yelled that in front of everybody.
She was going nuts. Oh.
That was bad. Yes. That was really bad.
the whole party was looking at her, and then Whitney had to go over there and be like, hey.
Yeah. Well, no, Lisa went first.
Yes, Lisa went first. They all took like shots. Lisa went over there first, and then
Lisa, I love her.
And then Heather was about to go, but I think her chicken fingers were coming or something like that.
Her chicken lollipops.
Yeah, she had chicken lollipops coming.
Yeah. Well, I wrote this in the beginning of the episode about Jen, this little note, but it kind of changed a little bit towards the end. I feel like, and we may have mentioned this before, but it smells like Jen really did her homework and watched the seasons to see, like, different storylines, what works, what these women do. So it's like being over the top, stirring drama, stupid fights that you don't let go.
I hear you.
That's what I felt like it was a little bit
too on point.
And
I think a lot of people are feeling that.
Yes, but then later in the episode, like the more that you see, it makes a little bit more sense that she would be behaving in that way.
Yeah. And we've only known them for 4 episodes now. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of shocking to me because like a football coach is so about discipline and like all this other stuff.
Oh, that they're together.
Because she seems completely the opposite end of the spectrum to it. Because every time you see him, he's focused, like he's super driven on like his thing. He's very calm. He's super like put together and everything. And she is just off the wall, extra.
Well, maybe they're the yin and yang to one another.
No, that's true, absolutely. But
you're the yin to my yang.
I'm not as disciplined and straight-laced and as that guy is.
Yeah, but
we're a little close, and you're not as extreme as her, so we're a little closer to the center of the yin and yang.
Yes.
But yes.
I think it may just be yin and yang, or not. He's never fucking home, and true. She's mad lonely.
Yeah, she was saying that I think one of the kids was born, and he was fucking at a football game.
Yeah, he was at a football game.
His salary is public record because he works for a school.
How much does he make?
He makes like $500,000 a year.
Wow. Yeah, but I feel like she mad extravagant.
But you gotta figure, I can't imagine Salt Lake City's a super expensive place to live.
I guess.
And if he's been making similar money for like years, like the house is probably paid off.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Anyway, let's not. No,
but still, I think that's an interesting thing to talk about. Yeah. I mean, she's fucking pretty extravagant if she's throwing these parties, and I'm fascinated with the money aspect of this show too.
Yeah.
With like, when we get to Mary's luncheon.
Oh my gosh.
But let's get back to the fight. So after Jen yells, "You're gonna go with Mary, who fucked her grandfather," to Meredith in front of everyone, that's when Heather jumps in.
Yeah.
Heather jumps in to kind of scoop Jen like right out of there. She's like, "Watch my fucking chicken lollipops. Don't let them take my burger away." She is literally me with food.
As she's trying to like to help her outside, and Jen's even like, "Get the fuck away from me." And then she's like, "All right, Coach Shaw, you can just take her home now."
Yeah, she calls Coach, "Where are you?" Yeah. "Get here now."
But I wrote this down too because I thought Heather like talking about the food the whole time was like hilarious. Like, I'll go over there if I make eye contact or the chicken fingers come first. Whichever comes first, that's what I'm gonna do. And then at the end, she's like, "I'm gonna walk around, but watch my burger. Don't let him take that." Is she the most aggressive like housewife when it comes to food? Because I appreciate it, like, because I would imagine most of them aren't. Because watching New York, they're all like, drinking skinny girl margaritas, but over here we got
I mean, there's other franchises, but I don't want to. I'm trying to think now. I don't want to.
She seems the most normal with food.
Yeah. Well, Jen Shah's always looking for snacks. We learned that too. She needs like a fucking fanny pack of snacks.
True. And Kelly's got fucking gummy bears coming out of her armpits.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, and Bethany with her.
Bethany, a skinny girl.
Yeah. But yeah, maybe.
Okay, all right. No, maybe I just.
She's just very. I mean, she's funny. I thought that whole.
No, oh, absolutely. I thought it was great. Yeah.
Yeah, she seems the most genuine to me out of everybody. Like, just totally being herself.
Yeah, I completely agree. Because she was the good time girl in college. So
yeah, man.
She knows. But yeah, so Jen's out of there, the party resumes, and everybody's all timid, and it pretty much wraps up after that.
Yeah, and then we cut to different... All the girls are rehashing with different in different places. So, like, Meredith and
Whitney
Brooks are rehashing together.
Yep.
She's filling Brooks in. Mare and Whitney.
Yep.
Heather and Lisa, which I thought was actually kind of interesting.
I thought that was interesting too, but then I thought about it more, and we like to put Heather and Whitney together, but Lisa may not necessarily put Heather and Whitney together. Well, actually,
no, I'm saying it was interesting because they kind of have beef.
They do, like, yeah. I guess maybe we should remember.
And it was never resolved.
Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, now that I think about it, even more.
But yeah, so all the girls are rehashing. Meredith is like, I cannot believe this woman. I've never been spoken to the way that Jen spoke to me, and of course Brooks is in the background making his fucking stupid faces.
Yeah. But I found it interesting because when Whitney and Mare were talking, Mare was like, I have no idea why. Maybe she just wants to be the big dog.
Being in competition.
But does that mean Mare thinks she's the big dog?
Yeah.
Do you think Mary's the big dog?
No.
4 episodes in, who do you think's carrying the show? Who do you think's the big dog on the show?
I think most likable is Heather.
Yeah.
But I think they're all pretty.
I'm just curious.
Equal, in my opinion. I mean, I think it's too like.
We'll get into the power rankings at the end.
Yeah. I think it's a little too early to say who the big dog is out of everyone. I would like to see how the season... Usually I feel like when the season plays out a little longer...
I think it's going to be Heather, too.
The pecking order.
Like, yeah.
will come about.
But yeah, so I think it's going to be Heather in the long run.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because initially, I want to say Whitney, but I don't think Whitney has like the energy. I'm just saying, I don't think she has I think Heather's got the energy and the personality.
Yeah, I like Whitney a lot, but she's no bigwig. She's not gonna be head honcho. You just love her. You just love Whitney.
She was on Watch What Happens Live, looking like Sia.
Oh boy.
We didn't watch it, we just saw the commercials for it.
No, we did watch it.
Only until the DVR ran out like a minute in.
Anyway.
So, okay.
So Lisa Meredith. Or no, I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
No, that's the next thing. I think Lisa and Meredith, their art shop.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Lisa
Lisa wants to touch everything.
Can I touch?
Can I touch? Even the lady was just like, "You're my toucher today,
aren't you?" Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do some funny stuff with that, I think.
Meredith and Lisa rehash briefly the party and Jen. But then Meredith
get into the seriousnesses.
Yeah, Meredith.
Serious biz time.
Meredith tells Lisa that her and her husband are separated, and Lisa's ready to cry and like super emotional and dramatic. Well, she says that their families are close and she doesn't want to choose sides, but she ends up telling her that she supports her no matter what.
Yeah. I saw on one of those gossip things, because I'd look at our account and stuff, that. And it didn't have anybody's name to it, but it assumed their name after, so it was like a screenshot of the blind gossip and then just like a picture of Meredith. And it was something about how their separation is fictitious. That's why they're only dating each other during the separation, which everybody finds weird, because they don't want anybody to dig too deep into their marriage and find out they're the real swingers of the group. Just saying. I read that on one of those stupid blind...
How do you know, T, that I don't know? How do you... See, even Rhea is outraged.
I know. Rhea is upset with this right now. I saw it on one of those like stupid things this morning on our Instagram account.
Whoa.
I know.
That they're the swingers, huh?
Yeah, and this whole thing is...
and Brooks is throwing stones at Jen Shah.
Well...
I'm just saying.
He's not throwing stones at her for swinging.
But...
just flashing her vagina all around town.
Yeah. Still. Wow.
So anyway,
wow.
I gotta find. That's what I was looking for on my phone. I can't find it right now.
We gotta post that.
We will share it on our stories.
Oh man.
So anyway.
Now we go to Mary's house.
Yep, and Lisa's there.
Lisa comes over. Yep. And I love Lisa.
I'm starting to like Lisa also.
I fucking love Lisa.
Yeah.
She basically shades Mary on her home decor style.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, looking at Mary in public is not like looking at Mary's home.
She just says her home decor is just like disjointed.
And it's very, very eclectic.
Disjointed is such a good word to describe Mary because just everything about her is that.
Yeah,
her
she seems so
energy.
scattered.
Yes, got her energy, what she says, how she acts. Just like that whole luncheon too, man. I can't wait to start talking about that.
Yeah.
But I want to hate Mary so much. I want to like really dislike her because of how she's making her living.
And maybe it's not even, well, I was going to say maybe it's not even her, it's probably more her husband at this point. But no, she's the preacher. And it's kind of, I don't know, that stuff kind of seems dirty to us.
But there's also, like, if, you know, to have some empathy for her, like, I can't imagine being born in a family like that, especially... You know, they have a legacy, right? They have a church, and it's a big...
made their own.
Yeah, it's a big, you know, and they even mentioned in the episode growing up black in Salt Lake City, which is obviously a predominantly white area. So I don't know. Like, I think there's many layers to her as a person, and I'm curious to see where it goes.
Yeah.
So that's my take on Mary. I really want to dislike her, but I want to learn more about her. Something's off. Something is off, and
She's got some weird backstory. Yeah. That whole we've gotten into it before, but that whole situation is just so fucking weird.
Yeah, it's almost like. It almost feels like she was kidnapped or something.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm like projecting, but like
she's what was it, the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt? Like
what's the name of that syndrome?
Like Florence Nightingale syndrome, where like where you got like what is it? Where like you fall in love with the nurse, or like when you're the patient?
No. Not Munchausen's.
Like the victim syndrome.
Yeah, where you like get kidnapped and you start sympathizing with your captor.
Munchausen syndrome. Yeah.
Is it?
Possibly. I don't know. Now I'm weird.
Anyway.
So.
Wait, we have to look this up.
Go ahead.
Because.
Now we want to know.
Not Funkhauser syndrome.
No, that's the guy from fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm. Oh, he passed away.
Munchausen syndrome.
Yeah, caregiver.
No, so I'm wrong.
It's a vulnerable person, basically, though. And it could be like a little bit of everything, because I don't think she was technically kidnapped, but she was a vulnerable person at the time. When you wave millions and millions of dollars in front of a 20-year-old and you say, hey, you just fucked this 50-year-old guy for the rest of your life. You know, like, that's weird.
Wait. I can't focus. Sympathizes.
And this is great radio.
Shut up. With captor. I feel like this. I want to know. This is going to drive me crazy. Stockholm syndrome.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay, that really.
But like he didn't technically kidnap her, so I think it could be bits.
No,
and pieces.
no. But that's what it was.
It could be bits and pieces of all of it. Like Munchausen syndrome is very similar because it's sympathizing with your abuser, sympathizing with your captor, even Florence Nightingale's.
Florence Nightingale. And so I'm very curious to see how this season plays out and how fans of the show respond to her.
I like her as a character,
but
it's extremely upsetting to see the amount of wealth she's amassed on the backs of poor people, and also knowing that basically they don't get taxed for it either. So not only are they just bilking money from the poor people of color in Salt Lake City, they're also then not paying their fair share to the federal government, while, as we see later in this fucking episode, they're eating $8,000 a pound truffles. Fuck us, huh? Yeah. Shit like, but we'll talk about that a little bit more when we get there.
Yeah, so back to Mary and Lisa. So they're like kikiing and being shady about everybody, being shady about Whitney. Yeah. Mary says that, Whitney, they were talking about the party and how Whitney likes the pole.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Mary was just like, I don't know. She was just like, just facts. These are facts.
And then Mary's son comes in.
Which was so weird. That's the other part where
he seems like super shy in front of the camera. Like he doesn't want anything to do with this almost. And then they're grilling on him on his future.
Yeah, he wants to be a fashion designer, and she's like, "Oh, you don't want to be a brain surgeon anymore?
You were gonna be a brain surgeon last week. What do you mean?"
And even Lisa's like, "Oh, Mary."
Yeah, let the kid fucking make shirts if he wants. Whatever. And then. This is where they talk about Mary throwing this formal lunch.
Right.
And this is kind of hilarious, too, because she's like, I want the theme to be the Met Gala.
Oh, my God. And that was just...
First of all, the Met Gala's got, like, different themes every year, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly.
And so, what the fuck does that even mean?
Right.
The theme is we're going to pick... Yeah, the theme is we're going to pick a party that has a random theme every year, so then that theme. So it's like it's themeception that's going on right now. And then it's kind of funny watching everybody get ready for it because nobody knows what the fuck it means either.
Yeah. But she talks about how she wants to invite Jen, but she can't take the outbreaks. And that's when she mentioned, that's when Mary thinks that Jen is in competition with her. Jen thinks that she's in competition with Mary to Lisa. So we learned that. Then Jen goes to Heather's house, and they rehash the party.
She shows up, and then 2 seconds later, the doorbell rings, and she's like, oh, that's my sushi. That's a fucking power move, I gotta say. Yeah. I like that, and I like that she orchestrated the delivery for immediately after her arrival. Yes. And I thought that was a baller move. And she must pull that all the time, because Heather was just like, I was expecting something nice to show up to with food.
Yes. Yes.
And if anybody appreciates that, it's Heather.
Yeah.
But so Jen starts like talking about what like kind of led to her extreme blow up.
Well, Heather wants to know what's up with Jen. She feels like she knows her well, and she knows that she wants to support her, but also wants her to know that her behavior is not good. It's crazy.
Yeah, she's talking to her like an adult, and it's good. And I think Jen's actually accepting it, and that's when she starts stacking her past traumas to explain, that her head state's basically not in a good place right now. Yeah. And while she's spilling all that about, talking about her dad who passed away, they're talking about how her husband's not always around. Yeah. She's also like, well, and then Meredith separated. So great. And then she's just like, because Jen is so fucking like shady. Because then it cuts to her in the goddamn confessional, and she's like, Meredith ain't my friend no more. I gotta keep her secrets.
She betrayed me.
Yeah.
I'm about to betray her.
So she's basically like going through this whole act of contrition with fucking Heather and explaining why she was in a bad headspace and that's not really her and I don't mean to do this and I'm gonna be better and I'll apologize and then she's like, yo, fuck Meredith, I'm gonna drop her secrets. Yo, that is aggressively powerful. I gotta say. I do appreciate those power moves right there.
That was so great. It's so great. Oh, man.
So yeah.
Then we get to Mare setting up her luncheon, and she's kind of fucking nasty.
She is the worst person.
I like watching her
talking shit to the help, like
the help. Listen to you.
I know.
To the party planner.
Well, sorry, I've been listening to Sonia a little too much.
Sonia and Ramona. Yeah, just really nasty, and just it was. Not,
like so one thing was upside down, and it's like, dude, if you just flip it the other way, it's right side up. You moron!
Yeah,
like, it's all symmetrical. Like
nobody knows what your fucking party is about anyway. Nobody understands the theme. Let's not, get worried about the fucking gifts and the place cards and being in the right order. Your shit is turned upside down anyway.
Yes, exactly. Just as bad as your hair.
Yeah. So.
So then we go to Jen's calling her husband for a quick pep talk because...
The coach shop pep talks that
she
does every day with him, which I thought was sweet.
I thought that's very cute too.
Yeah.
And this kind of gave a little more insight to, I guess, their relationship and how she is extremely extra, but she uses his pep talks to kind of rein her in a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think he does it well, so I think they got a good balance of that.
Yeah,
so
they're cute. I like them. I like that family too.
Yes, I want to see more of their boys.
Yeah.
I don't want to see fucking Mary's weird fucking in love kid. I want to see these two boys.
Brooks, you mean?
Yeah. No, that's Meredith's kid. I don't want to see Mary's kid.
Oh, Mary's kid.
Yeah, I don't want to see Mary's kid. I don't want to see Meredith's kids.
Look at you.
Yeah. Show me Jen's kids, but not Jen. I want to see Coach and the Boys.
Coach and the Boys. That's a spinoff.
Yeah. So, and then we got Whitney and Heather. They're going to the party, and they're both making fun of the Met Gala theme and they're both like dressed nice, but like it's not.
Yeah.
They're not themed up because nobody really expressed the theme, so they just took it to being fancy-ish. And then, of course, Heather's got to share the news that she found from Jen about Meredith being separated.
Yeah, the secret is out.
Yep, and Whitney's kind of pissed because she's been hanging with Meredith.
Yeah.
And been like, yo, how's everything going? And Meredith's been like, well, everything's good.
Everything's fabulous.
Everything's fine. Me and Seth are great.
Is that your impersonation of Meredith?
Yeah, she's got such a weird...
Yeah, she does talk weird.
Yeah. And she only talks out of half her face, it seems.
Yeah. Almost like, it looks sometimes like she's had a stroke, but it could be plastic surgery face.
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be like a bad mouth thing once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still looks great. I mean, fuck.
Good for her. Yeah. Sure, do your thing.
So they pull up. And
we see Mare smelling champagne with Doc Brown.
Yeah.
Basically, Doc Brown is the fucking sommelier for this party.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Sommelier. Oh, yes, I think so. I don't know. Wine sommelier?
Yeah.
Sommelier. I don't know. I can't even say it.
I'm the fancy one of our group. So, but this guy... Immediately he shows up on the screen. I just want to yell, Marty! Marty! It's a problem with your kids, Marty!
Oh no, the mic is falling.
Oh no.
Alright, keep going.
Yeah, so... And then Lisa and Meredith, everybody's arriving and shitting on the fucking valet, essentially, because there are these two...
Well, yeah, they're dressed up like the Queen's Guard.
Yeah, and it looked like their suits were plastic almost.
Yeah.
It looked like the suits were plastic.
Like they got the costumes at Party City.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
That's what I wrote down. It looked like they got they were
Party City.
Yeah, like they had a sweatsuit on underneath it. It was like a onesie, and then
they had to tie it in the back.
Yeah, they were like little plastic straps in the back. Like because in the sun, it looked like it was reflecting. It looked like it was a plastic cover of whatever they were wearing. Yeah. They had a fucking fake red carpet.
They looked like toy soldiers. It was just so Mare and disjointed. It was just like the sign of her, like it glimpsing into her mind. That's what the party felt like. Just a peek into like how her brain, her mind operates.
So everybody's there except Jen at this point.
Yeah.
Mare, I wrote down Mary's just being weird.
Yeah, Mary is weird. Yeah.
And then Jen walks in like she owns the place.
Yeah. She certainly knows how to make an entrance. I live when they do a close-up of her shoes and she like steps out into this. Anytime she gets out of a car, there's a close-up of her shoes. It's just, I'd die.
Yeah, she's wearing fucking 4-figure heels stepping into piles of dirty snow.
I love it.
It's so... Get boots. Like, come on. You live in fucking Utah. Come on. You're walking on the streets.
She's got to show her shoes off, son.
Yeah, but wear boots into the place and then put your shoes on in the corner or something.
Can't do that. It's all about the entrance.
Fuck that. Put it in the fucking vestibule then. Like the little, that little area before you walk in. Yeah, the mud room that most restaurants have.
Okay.
So here we're at this party, and it is just super fucking gaudy. It's absolutely ridiculous. They've got fucking beta fish set up at every table.
Right.
Like, almost like a whole fish tank at every fucking table with beta fish in it.
Yeah.
There's Louis Vuitton earbuds.
Oh, yeah, she gives it... Well, wait. She sets up these Louis Vuitton earbuds at everybody's seat. She gives them journals that are... They have their initials.
Personalized stationery, that's a fine and fair gift for a luncheon of dignified ladies.
But she wants them also to have earbuds so they can really hear each other.
And that's what she said. They gotta be Louis Vuitton.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, I just have so many conflicting feelings about this.
It's just
fucked up. Watching all the women open up these gifts and go, ooh, now, here's my thing. Are they making that much money?
Louis Vuitton AirPods are $1,800.
Oh my God. Yeah. So, are they making money off of the church? Do they have other businesses and own property? You know what I mean?
I would imagine that the majority of their enterprises are through the church. If not for any other reason than the fact that it's not taxable. And that's what I wrote down here as they're fucking going through these Louis Vuitton AirPods and stuff like that, is that 20% of their money should go to the federal government.
Fuck,
for the property taxes, they don't... Oh, God, I don't want to get into this shit. But, and then also knowing that it's just coming from poor people of color. When you saw her at the church with the fucking gold Rolex on that was probably $10,000 plus. A gold microphone preaching to people wearing fucking Wrangler jeans with holes in them. Yeah. And they're throwing 10% of their fucking money into it. Unbelievable.
I mean, there's percentages that are flying around that I've read on a lot of all the gossip shit and on Reddit. I've seen 20, I've seen 50%. I've seen...
Oh, their church might even be crazy.
Yeah, it may even be more money. It's a cult. It feels like a cult, so... It looks like a cult, smells like a cult. She looks like a fucking...
It's the Scientology of Christianity, maybe?
Maybe.
Where you got to pay money to get levels? I didn't even... I was just thinking normal 10% tithing. I didn't even dive in that deep where they're asking for actually more from their
I read that a couple of different places. There's been a different number of percentages.
More blind gossip on this. And then right after this... That's when they get into the fucking $8,000 a pound truffles.
Oh, yeah, God.
Unbelievable. Yeah. That's so crazy. Yeah. It's the last white truffle in the world, the guy says.
Which I don't think is true.
I mean, I can't imagine it is. I can't imagine that's the case.
I don't think so, but whatever.
But whatever. So then they have a nice little toast, and I wrote down Whitney adorably announces that she's not a swinger.
well, they all, yes. All the girls go around saying telling the
it's
girls
one
thing about...
Thanksgiving.
Well, yeah, what are you thankful for?
No, but they want to get off their chest.
It's you want to get to know everybody, so Mary thought it would be a good idea for everybody to go around to say something personal about themselves that she wants the girls to know. So Mary talks about how she has trust issues. Whitney says that hers is not caring about other people's opinions. And that's why she says whatchamacallit. What does she say? That she announces she's not a swinger?
Yes.
And Lisa's reaction was...
Well, because she brought Lisa into the comment.
There's an inside joke between me and Lisa.
Just a little inside joke between me and Lisa. I wrote down Lisa looked thrilled to be involved with that comment.
It was great. It was great. And then Lisa's thing is that she sets high goals for herself and then she gets emotional over it, and it's just like, I was just dying at...
She just cries about how fucking
the lack of self-awareness.
She is.
Yeah, it was so great. It was just so great.
I just want to be the best Mormon who doesn't drink but sells tequila out there.
I gotta tell you, I really love Lisa because Whitney even says it, like, I wish I had an ounce of her self-confidence.
Yeah.
Just an ounce.
Maybe
or whatever it is,
maybe it's
or
all
ego.
the Diet Coke.
Maybe.
And then, so after Lisa gets done sobbing about her lofty goals in life, Mary's like, "Hey, Jen, how about you? You got anything you want to share?" And then Jen is prepared.
Ooh, she's ready.
She goes on like a rant about how her dad came from nothing. They came from Tonga, right?
Tonga, yeah.
With absolutely nothing.
Is that in Hawaii? No.
No,
Tonga's
I think it's in the Pacific
type of...
Islands.
Now I sound like very ignorant.
Yeah,
right
a little
now.
bit. That's why I was just going to avoid it.
Go ahead.
And then so like how they had nothing, and that's why like the people that supported her through that are her friends, and that's why she holds her friends super dear to her. And she's kind of losing her shit a little bit, but then she reels it back in.
Well, she says there's a lot of pressure on her because she's the oldest and she's got to keep it together for all of her family. It's a part of her culture. Yeah. So which then leads into her saying that she holds a lot of value in her friendships.
Yep.
And she wants as much as she puts in.
From everybody.
From everyone.
She expects the same in return from everybody. And it kind of turns into a public apology from Meredith.
Yes.
While Mary's sitting in the corner like, bitch, I heard everything you said about me.
Yeah.
And it was kind of bad too. Where's mine?
Yeah, fuck my drag, right?
And for the record, Tonga is an island northeast of Australia.
Wow, I sound like a...
Yeah. Well, I thought it was in the Pacific Islands. It was more...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
My bad, guys.
That's alright. It's alright. But yeah, and we leave on like another cliffhanger in the middle of a fucking party.
Yeah. That dinner was so stressful. It was great. It was a very iconic moment to really get to know the girls.
Yes, and we're still not done yet because we've still got more people to go around the table and say what they're thankful for on this weird Thanksgiving in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, the producers on this show, man, they're so good.
Yeah.
They do a really good job. The editing is really good.
Yes.
It's just, I am living for it.
Yeah. So yeah, we're very excited and enjoy this shit. And so let's, like we were talking about before, let's go into some power rankings.
Yes.
At the end. So 4 episodes in. This is basically how I see everything falling in my level of interest in the characters, and that's Heather's number 1, and then Whitney, and then Lisa, because Lisa's, I like her more. Meredith, okay, you're separated from your husband, you're not dating anybody else, it's not really, there's nothing really going on there. You got a little drama with your shitty kids, and then Mare, because everything's super weird with her, but I still kind of hate her. And then Jen is just too much. Jen's just too much.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so forced sometimes. Yeah. Like her, just like you were saying before, she looks like she's done her homework and she's like a character actor now instead of being herself. But you need that, I guess. You need that.
Yeah, we'll see. We shall see.
Yeah. So, final thoughts? Anything?
No, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited about everything. I feel like we covered everything.
Okay. And New York episode dropping in a couple of days after this. And we'll be more on time next week. We just had some weird shit going on, so we'll have Salt Lake City out on Thursday.
Yeah.
Not Wednesday night because we're old and it's too late.
Yeah.
Comes on too late.
Next day, maybe.
Yeah. But once again, Mike and Mare, and the show is I Don't Want to Watch That. Website don'twantawatchthat.com. Twitter and Instagram at don'twantawatch, WANNA. And thanks for checking it out. And, let us know if you like it. What can we do better? Like it, subscribe, tell people, all that bullshit, right?
Right.
Yeah. All right, we'll talk to you later. Peace.
Bye.